Historically, the Bitcoin and the crypto market cycles have revolved around the Bitcoin halving. There's a similar amount of days from the halving to the all-time high that we see in all of these market cycles. Let's take a look at these charts and see if we can get some idea of this current cycle that we're in right now. Let's go. Decentralized. Welcome to Everything Currency, guys. First and foremost, I want to apologize for you guys for the lighting. I forgot to bring my light, but we still got to get it done. There's some crazy things going on these Bitcoin charts right now. We're going to take a look at it. We're going to take a look at why we might be having a little bit of a short-term bullishness. We're going to be talking about why we're overall bearishness as far as these charts are concerned. Not me. I'm always bullish. I'm always bullish on crypto. I hope we go up. Oop. Got this new mic. So if it sounds weird, my bad, y'all. But yeah. So we're gonna take a look at these charts right now, see what they are, see what we got going on, and just see if the charts can give us any idea of what's going on in this market. Now, a lot of people are saying, "Oh, look at all this FUD. Everything is going down with blah 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 blah." Like, I don't care. I've been saying since we were at I don't know what level, but I'm like, hey, maybe 14K is in the cards. I don't know what's gonna happen in the news to push it there, but hey, we got all this crazy stuff going on in the news that you guys been hearing about. If you've been in crypto, it's been a pretty crazy last 2 weeks, and I think it's gonna get a little bit more crazier. But yeah, let's just get right into the Bitcoin charts. Like the video, subscribe, and do all that good old things right there. So this chart right here. Okay, before we get into the Bitcoin halving chart, let's just talk a little bit about the what's going on with the Bitcoin markets right now. So this is the chart of the DXY right here. So how we've been having a couple of bullish days in the last couple of weeks. You've been seeing some cryptocurrencies go up. The DXY actually had a doji candle and went down, looking like it wants to retest 103 on the monthly chart, which will still show us maybe we might have a little bit of bullishness left in December and maybe in January. But overall, if we go to this weekly chart right here, we can see that it's kind of showing us the same scenario, that it wants to come down a little bit. But if we kind of zoom in right here, this is the first time it's retesting this 13 moving average right here. So it can very well just pump up and keep on going up higher to come and test some of these other levels. So this chart right here that not many people look at, which is a 3-month chart right here, this looks very bullish to me. So overall, I think 3 months, 6 months, this thing is going to keep pumping. It's going to hit 119. It might even go higher than that. When I zoom out, this looks like an overall super bullish pattern that even might go up to levels that I don't even want to see. I don't even want to see those levels on the DXY, because that'll be bad for all of the asset prices. Looking at this Bitcoin chart right here on the 3-month, we can see that it wants to come down and test the 13 moving average, which is at 12K right here. So that's a little bit lower than what I was expecting at 14K. I was hoping we wouldn't go below 14K, because once we get right here in this 12K area, that's the area where we kind of just went sideways for so much time in the last bear market. It went sideways right there for a while, but bouncing right there might be something that could be good, and then just kind of trickle along, go sideways for a little bit. And I'll talk about why sideways when we take a look at this halving chart in a second. But could be going sideways right there. But when we zoom in, let's go to the weekly, because that was a 3-month chart. When we zoom in right here on the weekly, this is also a bearish pattern. All this just looks bearish, and we got this top level right here at 13,900. That's why I was calling for that low area. Ugh. Oh man, all this stuff just looks, I don't even want to look at it. But when we look at the daily chart, we see something a little bit different. We see that we're getting above the 13 moving average. Now, keep in mind that it starts here. Things went down pretty fast. It took 2 days. Things could go up pretty fast. It could take 2 days. It could take a couple days to go up. But with that short-term bullishness that I was just talking about, that could send us back up to right here, maybe 17K, maybe 18K. That would be pretty nice. Altcoins will see a nice run if that happens, because this chart is getting above the 13 moving average, maybe looking like it wants to test the 34, which is, or maybe this blue support that it had right here, come back and do a bearish retest and give us 18.5, or if it wants to go really crazy, it will give us probably around here at like 20 or something like that. But overall, still looking pretty bearish. Hopefully we do get this short-term pump right here to the upside, while the DXY gets its short-term dump to the downside. Now when we look at the DXY on the daily, it does look pretty bullish still, so we'll see how that actually pans out. Overall, like I said, overall looking pretty bearish. Can't really say nothing bullish as far as the charts go. And then of course the narrative is there's a bunch of other things coming for the crypto market that's gonna make it go down. Oh my god, that's what everybody's saying. So let's take a look at this Bitcoin halving chart right here. Now this is the historical data. If I just point something out right here on this chart, there's not a lot of historical data on this chart. Now there's another halving, there's some more information that should be on this chart, but the Coinbase chart only started in 2014, so that's what we got for Coinbase. So we're just gonna rock with that. Now each blue line is the halvings from the past, and you can see that basically the halving since I got in right here, because there was this halving and then price exploded to 20k, and then there was like this halving and then price exploded to 70k, and it definitely didn't have as much of a parabolic run. They say the law of diminishing returns came into play right there, which just means over time, like if something's smaller, it's gonna blow up even more. Like the chances of something doing 10,000x twice is pretty, I mean, that could happen depending on where it starts, but once it's already like, the chance of Bitcoin doing 1,000x again is very, 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 very slim, unless it's maybe in the future if Bitcoin becomes the only thing we use. But back to the halving right here. Looking at this line right here, this is the first halving. It was over there. It was in June of 2016. We had this halving right here. It was over here in April of 20, and we had one. The next halving is going to be, it's estimated to be in March of 2024. Now, okay, so right here we can see from the halving until the all-time high from this time when I first got in, it was 526 days, and then there was, until the next halving, there was right here 854 days. So the market goes down more than it goes up. It goes up very fast, and then it just goes sideways like it did right here. It got very, very boring. It was like sideways at 6,000 for the longest time, and then it dipped even lower, and then it went up, and then went sideways in between 12 and 6 again, and then it dipped, and then it finally had the next halving where the price decided that it wanted to break all-time highs at that point in time. And from that halving until the all-time high, it was 581 days from the halving in 2020 until the all-time high, our current all-time high right now, which is around 69.9. So if we look at until the next halving, we have 861 days. Interesting things going on this chart right here. So keep in mind that it was longer to reach the all-time high on this halving right now, so it may be a longer bear market to pan out on this halving right here, or it could just be a faster and deeper bear market than we have seen before, because of these bearish indicators on the chart right here that we have never seen before. So we have never been in this territory where we've had the 200 moving average on the weekly. I mean the 200, yeah, we have never been in the case where we had the 200 moving average on the weekly get crossed by the 13 and the 34 moving average, which the 34 is crossing the 200 right now, which is a very bearish sign to me in the way that I trade. So right here we have, from the halving to the bottom, it was 945 days in that first cycle when I first got in. Keep in mind there's another cycle before this that I'm not mapping out right here. And then if we map out this halving from this 945 days or whatever, my bad. So if we map out this halving right here. Maybe it might take a little bit longer, but if we map out 945 days, we've already been in that amount of time, so it's not actually showing up the same as it has been in the past. So this bear market could give us a nice lower dip, and then we can probably go up really fast if things start to turn around. But keep in mind, anything can happen. This is all speculation. People speculate that the halving is what drives the hype for Bitcoin, is what drives the hype for the crypto cycles. It's what drives the boat in the long run. So in this point in time right now, we can see that like the psychology of the market is getting pretty interesting. I think people are in panic mode right now because of what's going on with FTX, what's going on with their bags, and things just keep going lower. Then we'll have a capitulation slash anger cycle, and then the depression happens when everything is so boring, and then the disbelief begins again when Bitcoin starts moving up again. So right now it kind of looks like, if we zoom in here, this kind of looks like, you know, kind of looks like this pretty good. So, and we're looking like we're in this part right here: panic, capitulation, anger, denial, depending on where your bags are. That's the emotions that a lot of people are feeling. You see people questioning their projects. This is why I say from the get-go, invest in projects with nice utility. That utility is going to be around for 5-10 years, so that it doesn't matter about these market cycles right here. Look, you guys, the teams of your projects do not affect the price. You guys affect the price. The market cycle affects the price. The market psychology affects the price, I mean to say. So stop LARPing about your favorite coin. This, well, some cryptos have given up. So if they give up, yeah, then you can be kind of upset with them. But there's a lot of cryptos out there that if they're working through the bear market and you see them putting in work, they're still releasing updates for the 5 people that are listening, then keep an eye on them. They might be having some good things coming, in this next cycle. It might take a little bit longer, but in this next cycle, when we get over here and these green bars again, that's when it's going to be, come up season for everybody once again, one more time. Like, this chart is so young. This is like one of the youngest charts that has this type of market cap. So let me know what you guys think about the video. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed to the channel. Leave me a comment of your thoughts on anything in this video. Check me out on Twitter and Instagram, and if you would like to talk personally about anything in this market, I am on Telegram. You can hit me up on Telegram. It's free, not charging for it. So yeah, RIP to crypto roots. Think positive, and positive things will happen. Until next time, peace.